Hello everyone, a warm welcome to you from SGT University. I'm Jasleen from the Faculty of Hotel and Tourism Management. Today, we'll be learning about types of cakes and I'll be showing you how to make pineapple upside down cake. Baking cake from scratch is a skill every baker must possess. So, I'll tell you about the types of cakes what we are making today. The names of the types of cakes are pound cake, mousse cake, butterfruit cake, sponge cake. But today, as I told you, we'll be making pineapple upside down cake. So, for pineapple upside down cake, these are the following ingredients which we'll be needing. Flour is 300 grams. Powdered sugar is again 300 grams. Pineapple slices 7 to 8 slices. Cherries 7 to 8. Butter will be 300 grams as you all can see. Vanilla essence will be 1 teaspoon and baking powder will be again 1 teaspoon which we will be taking out with the measurement of teaspoon. So first of all we will be putting white in the dough mixing machine. Then we will be adding yolk. After that, we will be adding powdered sugar, lastly butter and then flour which will be mixed with baking powder. So, one thing I would like to tell you all that pineapple upside down cake, the name suggests upside down. Why the name has come? Because when we bake it, we will be putting in the mold and first we will be putting the pineapple slices and then we will be putting the cake batter and after it is cooled, it will be flipped over right side up. So, this is how the name comes, pineapple upside down cake. So, let's get started. First of all, I have already broken white and yolk which I have separated. So, this is the white part and this is the yolk part. So, I have put the white part in the mixing machine. One thing I would like to tell you all that the white has to be soft peak consistency, it has to be very fluffy. After that we will put the yolk. Why we are separating and making it fluffy? So that the cake sponge is very soft. So this is why white has been separated. It's getting fluffier. I'll show you once it is fluffy. I will show you all how fluffy it has to be. Then we'll put the yolk. Very nicely it is becoming fluffy, I will show you. See now it is almost done, it is fluffy and now I am putting some vanilla essence in the yolk. Vanilla essence is 1 teaspoon added so that the smell of the yolk goes away. Around little more than 1 teaspoon you can say. So now I am putting the yolk to the whites. These are 6 yolks and I would like to also tell you that the proportion why I have taken 6 eggs is every egg according to weight is nearly 50 grams per egg. So when the recipe calls for 300 grams of flour and 300 grams of sugar and butter, so if you multiply 50 into 6 that comes into 300 grams. So that is why we have taken 6 eggs. So now I have separated and now it is put in the machine. See how it has become fluffy. Now I am putting the powdered sugar to the egg white and yolk mix. We will be putting little at a time, not all together. Again the remaining sugar. So now it's done. After this, I'll be adding 300 grams of butter one by one to the batter. we'll be adding whole butter. It is in room temperature we have put it. It should be removed from the refrigerator nearly half an hour before, so that it is in room temperature and little soft. So now I'll again beat it. Now I'll add flour little by little to this. We are folding in the flour lastly, and then it is ready to be baked in the oven. One thing, when you put the flour, you have to make the mixer a little slow, because flour needs less of beating when you add flour. This is the last stage, so you have to be a little cautious, so that the air of the egg beaten is incorporated inside and it stays. So we will be beating it very slowly when we are adding the flour. This is 300 grams of flour and little baking powder. You can mix it in flour and you can even put it from top. So this is again 1 teaspoon of baking powder added. So I am beating it a little slowly. So I think the batter is little thick, so you can add milk to it, but which is optional. If the batter consistency is little thick, milk is always preferred, so that it gives a smooth texture. So we'll add little milk to it, which I've kept in the refrigerator. So I'm adding half cup of milk to this batter. And now I'll again give a beat. So the batter is done. So I've taken this cake tin which is lined with butter paper. How do we do it? First we dust the cake tin with flour and little butter. Then we'll put this butter paper, and now I'll be putting the pineapple slices. So the upside down cake has pineapple slices down, then we'll put the batter and then we'll keep it for baking. And when it is done, I'll put some cherries and dollops of cream so that it is very yummy. So I'm putting this slices, the rings of pineapple. So I've taken nearly 4 rings. So this batter. Cherries we'll be putting after baking, because then cherries will turn little dark and brown. So we'll be putting after it is baked. We can even sprinkle little sugar to it. In case you don't have brown sugar, we can sprinkle the grain sugar on top of the pineapple rings, so that it gives a little caramelized look. Your presentation will look good if you sprinkle the sugar and then you bake it. So I have nearly put like this, spread it in the mold. Now I am putting this batter. See how fluffy it is? You all can see. So I have spread it evenly, and now I will be baking in the oven. You dab it so that any air cells will be removed. Like this you dab it. I am baking in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. So it's set. So see, the pineapple cake is ready after baking it for 25 to 30 minutes in the oven. So you can see the pineapple slices how it got baked, and we had sprinkled little sugar, if you remember, to caramelize it. Now I'll be putting a few dollops of cream and cherries on top like this. Pineapple cake can be had in summertime or in a rainy day. You can have it. You can relish it. It's very light and no cream, so you can have it any time of the day. So you can see the pineapple cake. I'll be cutting it into a slice and tasting it. The cake is really soft and fluffy. It's really melting in my mouth. I hope you all could taste it. But do make it at home, do try. It's really easy to make, light and fluffy. So today we learned pineapple upside down cake. The next time we meet, we'll come up with some interesting icings. Till that time, keep learning, keep growing. See you next time. Bye-bye.